Welcome back to my channel. A quick warning, today's episode is not suited for children. For today, we look into another spooky creature from Celtic mythology, the washerwomen, les lavandières, or Ben-Nia. Let's start with les lavandières. In Brittany, there are legends about three small ghostly pale women with webbed feet who appear in the middle of a moonlit night at the edge of a river or a lake to wash clothes. They are les lavandières de la nuit, the midnight washerwomen, who wash the mostly blood-stained clothes of those who are about to die. They might be small, but don't you underestimate them, for they are said to be incredibly strong and way more agile than their appearance might hint you. Beware the fool who dares to disturb them doing the laundry, for they will curse him, and that may even be the luckiest outcome of his foolishness. But if they approach you and ask you if you would help them, don't you dare turn away, for those who help them reluctantly will get their arms broken, and those who even refuse to help them will be drowned by les lavandières. If you want to survive an encounter with them, you have to help them if they ask you. But even if you help them, and don't do it reluctantly, you have to pay attention to how you help them. For in Cornwall it is said that if you help them wring their clothes, and you twist them in the same direction as the washerwomen do, your arms will be wrenched from the sockets and you'll get drowned. If, however, you twist the clothes into the opposite direction, the washerwomen are required to grant you 3 wishes. Like with nearly all Celtic legends, there are different versions of very similar legends and creatures. Similar to les lavandières are the Scottish Ben-Nia. It's discussable if Ben-Nia is a similar entity or even the same entity under a different name. The Ben-Nia is considered to be a special type of banshee, a fairy woman, and has similar characteristics to those I just told you, apart from being only one woman and not 3. But there's one exception. If you manage to get between a Ben-Nia and the water, the Ben-Nia will have to grant you 3 wishes in exchange for 3 questions, which must be answered truthfully. However, the Ben-Nia, unlike les lavandières, was said to have unusually long breasts that interfere with her washing, so she would throw them over her shoulder and let them hang down her back. Those who see her must not turn away, but quietly approach from behind, so that she is not aware. One legend says that you should then take hold of one of her breasts, put it in your mouth, and claim to be a foster child. If you manage to do so, she then would share any knowledge you desire with you. And if the clothing she's washing belongs to you or any of your loved ones, you then can stop her from completing a task and avoid the fate that would wait for the owner of the clothes. If, however, the Ben-Nia sees you first, chances are you lose your limbs and get drowned. The best way not to be a victim of those ladies would be to stay away from large waters in the middle of the night. But to all those ghostly figures who drown the lazy and unkind, well, some say they are sinners, doomed to wash the shrouds of those who are about to die for all eternity. Or maybe they are just ghosts of deceased who were buried in dirty shrouds. Anyway, if you ever meet a washerwoman in the middle of the night and you can't avoid being seen by her, and she comes to you, approaches you and asks you to help her. But wring the clothes into the opposite direction and you might survive the encounter. Might. But What if the bloodstained clothes she's about to wash are actually your own? Thank you for listening. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. See you next time. Bye!